All right, guys, we are out here on a beautiful day. Not too hot. We got a nice breeze going. We're gonna put some coyote sets out. So I scouted this property a couple of weeks ago. Y'all would have seen that video by now. And the customer did say that he wanted to go ahead and start doing some trapping. This customer has pets, so I'm not going to be putting traps all over the place. I'm going to try and hit these intersections, and this is the intersection that was in the previous video. There's fresh sign here again. Let's see. So got a ton of turkey tracks right here, but then you got the coyote tracks right there. Right here in this intersection, he would have been coming down this wood line. You got the pond and everything over here. He would have been coming down, and like I showed y'all in the other video, you got the road coming in that I'm on. You got another road right there that goes down a shooting lane / road, and then you have this big creek that winds all the way around back here and goes up that way. So, and there's also a couple of little paths going to the creek down there. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to put 3 or 4 traps in right here in this intersection. I'm going to put a camera on that dead pine, and I'm just going to try and put a trap somewhere right here on this corner, somewhere out here in the middle, and then right here on this curve right here. But it's really hard to see sign because most of this is just extremely rocky. There's a bunch of grass, as you can obviously see, but a bunch of this is just, there's no way that a coyote or a cat or something would leave a footprint on this unless it was just like really soaking wet or something. But those 2 tracks back there were the only tracks that I saw. I've seen some fresh coyote droppings back there in that intersection. So we're just gonna set on sign. I mean, we know they're coming through there, even though we're not seeing a ton of tracks. We've seen some tracks and droppings at different times, so we know that they're using that intersection back there. So we're gonna definitely put at least 3 sets back there, and I'm just walking up here to see if I can find any more sign, but I'm not gonna be able to see tracks in this. Some deer tracks. Gonna be real hard to spot coyote or coyote tracks in this. There's a rabbit. Wherever there's a rabbit, you're gonna have predators. I'll walk down here real quick. This looks like, I'm pretty sure I came up through here in the last video whenever I was doing some scouting. I'm gonna walk back up here because it's really sandy up here to see if there's any real active sign. Again, I'm not going to be setting all over the place up here because this customer does have pets. So he has told me that I can set in this one spot down here. So we're going to do what the customer says and see if we can catch us a couple of coyotes. Not seeing anything that stands out to me. There were some deer tracks, but nothing standing out to me yet. Nothing that I'm looking for. Some more deer tracks. And the creek is just right over that hill right there. So, but we do know that they're back here in this intersection, so that's where we're going to put our traps, and we're going to put the camera. I have not had the best of luck with the camera that I'm going to put out, but we are going to try it one more time. There's some scat right there. It's kind of old though. We are gonna try this camera one more time. Tonight, when I get back home, I'm gonna be ordering a new camera. It is either gonna be a Tacticam or one of the new Moultries. Basically what I need out of a camera is a fast detection speed, which after this week I've been doing a pretty good bit of reading on it, and there is photo detection speed and then there's video detection speed. I need that video detection speed to be fast also. With the Moultries that I have now, which are just the original edges, their detection speed for the video portion is 30 seconds. So that means by the time something takes a video, it's gone. That critter's gone. So I need detection speed. I need photo on demand. I think the new Moultries do that. I know the Tacticams do that. There's just some things that I gotta have that do better with trapping. So we're gonna put a camera out here, and hopefully the camera will be able to pick up all my traps. Because I'm trying to save time. So got critter getter number 2 out here with me. Critter getter number 1 decided it didn't feel well and wanted to stay in the driveway. Sorry, Joker. But it got me out here, so we are gonna be using it. One set's gonna go here. Another set's gonna go on that side, so I can catch whatever's coming in and around this bend right here. And then I'll probably put another set out here in the middle. We're gonna see how everything beds and anchors in here. I don't know what to expect. Anyways, we're gonna get the stuff out, get the traps bedded down, and we'll go from there. All right, so y'all can see I've already got what I want to use as a eye tracking in the ground. Jeff Yearman actually gave me this and showed me this idea. This bone has a wolf fang like this on the end of it. It's driven in the ground. I'm going to put my bait in the hollow part of the bone, and the idea is the coyote's going to come up here and try and grab it. Hank will be able to grab it, and it's going to pique his curiosity, and he's going to tussle with it a little bit, and he's going to tussle with it long enough that he's going to step in my trap, and I'm just going to put a flat set in right here. I'm going to try and give a little bit. I'm going to try and gauge about how much length I have on that anchor, and I'm going to put my Duke right here. And I think this is a Duke. This trap was given to me. Pretty sure this is a Duke. If you know different, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's a Duke. As y'all can see, I'm going with way shorter anchor than I used last time. Make sure I'm getting that in camera. The last ones that y'all saw me pull up that I had a terrible time getting out of that clay were about 3 times this long. So I don't think there's going to be a need for that here. And we are going to get to digging, make our trap bed, and bed our trap, and go from there. And we're going to bring y'all along with it. I want this hole to be kind of bowl shaped. And this is just from what I've seen other YouTubers do. I want it to be kind of bowl shaped. That way water can drain out of it through the bottom. And I want it to be no bigger than what my trap is going to be. And I think, if I remember correctly, the dog, you want at about like that. You want the critter to step through the jaws, not over the jaws, if that makes sense. So we're gonna keep digging this out here. Haven't hit no roots yet, so that's good. And I'll probably speed this process up to shorten the video, because I'm gonna try and fit in 3 sets. I'm gonna try and show y'all 3 sets. This trap does not have a night latch on it, so I'm gonna try and bring it down as low as possible. That's about as low as it'll go. We gotta widen that out a little bit. Need a little bit more. I think that's gonna be perfect. Turn that a little bit. I think that's gonna be perfect. All right, get our driver in the ground. Like I said, not that long, but seeing how well those other ones held, I think this is gonna be plenty with what we're working with. And I want y'all to see that. I do have a disconnect on this one, just in case that thing don't want to come up. Give it a tug and set it. Just in case that thing don't want to come up, we got a disconnect ready to go. So we are gonna see here. Position our trap like this. And the only thing I do not have with me right now is something to go up under the pan. And some people use coffee filters. They make actual pan covers. I have used grass before. Y'all have seen me use grass. Actually, let me go ahead and see if I can gently put some up there and we'll come back. All right, so we got a little bit of grass up under there. Now we're gonna try and bed this. So 2 cardinal rules for trapping: set on sign, and make sure your trap is bedded. If a coyote comes and steps on any of the jaw right here and that moves, the coyote is going to know something is up and is going to hit the road, Jack. So you want that trap bed nice and solid. Okay. I think that's pretty solid. I'll put some of the rest of our sand in our sifter here and cover this thing up. Now, the only thing I'm worried about now is, oh man, I may get caught here. The only thing I'm worried about now is this standing out. Because as you can see, that dirt looks very disturbed, and the whole point is to, there's my pan, is to make this look not disturbed. But that dirt has definitely got some different color to it. We're gonna have to roll with it. If we were making a dirt hole and we had like a bait hole that we were making, then it would kind of add to the set, and it would give it some more eye appeal. But in this kind of set, really the only eye appeal you want is that. But we're gonna roll with it and see what we got. We're gonna put 3 more sets in around here, so if this one don't catch, maybe something else will. We will see. Now we got to decide on our bait. We literally brought the whole bucket, so I'm not even sure what we're gonna throw at it. I got a Cavin's Predator Bait Plus. I caught my first coyote on that, but that's pretty strong stuff, so I'm not sure if I want to use that. Let me go through my bucket here and we'll decide on something. All right, we are going to go with some Cavin's Terminator. I've heard good stuff on this. I've never used it before. It doesn't have a super strong smell to it. And in the summertime, the hot months, I've heard that you want to stay away from the really strong stuff. It's got some type of beaver stuff in there. I can smell castor in there. So we're gonna just stick that on the inside of our bone right there. I think that's enough. And I thought I had a liquid gland lure that I could have put in here, but I may have left that in my other box. Let's see what this is. All right, Predator gland lure. Right there, Dunlap. We're gonna hit it with some of that too. I have not put me together a really good kit yet. A lot of people, they have bags and stuff that they carry all their stuff in. I obviously don't have that yet. And they would have had some kind of applicator to use, but I'm having to find sticks and stuff. But I'll get it together one day. That. All right, so that's the 2 we're using for that. That's it. I'm gonna call done. Let me know what y'all think about that one. I know this is really disturbed. I don't really care for that, but after a couple of days, that'll blend in and it'll look good, I think. So we're gonna move on to the next. All right, guys, I've already got the bed dug. The trap is now, or the anchor is now set. We're gonna see, get this bad boy in there. And once I get it bedded and set, I will show y'all where it is in relation to the first one that I put in. And what my thought process was behind it. Find my pan. There's the pan. So now that I'm thinking about it, it just dawned on me that I'm missing a prime opportunity, because on the visit that I made to the Alabama Trappers Association, I was able to watch some great trappers, some excellent trappers. Definitely knew what they were talking about. And Mr. Phillips, cannot remember his first name, but Mr. Phillips was saying that he's observed, and it made sense, coyotes going after turtle nests, looking for eggs and such. And being on a creek like I am, I'm missing a great opportunity to replicate a turtle nest right here. And maybe something to think about later. But he uses broken up eggshells and everything for his turtle sets. So that would be something to consider. So that is set. We're gonna chunk all the rest of this. I still have to put in a bait hole. I am gonna put a little bait back here, but now that I'm sitting here, I'm starting to see a lot of ants, so I may have made a poor location choice of location. I'm not sure, but let me show you real quick why I chose this spot and what my plans are. Move this back to where it was. All right, so my first set is right there. There's that bone. We're in the middle of the intersection here. Another set's gonna go right there to cover that way. And the reason I chose this side is because there's a little bit of a ledge right here. I'm not sure if you can tell, but that's where, and those tracks were right up there, right? And they would have been coming somewhere through here. Coyote's gonna hug the edge. And this part was already here. It's already got this slope right here. I took this dead branch and laid right there. I'm trying to create a walk-through set. And we will see what we come up with. I think it's gonna work out good. Let me go through my bucket here. I'm gonna put a small bait hole back here. Use this branch as my backing. And I'll show y'all what I come up with. Tell me what y'all think. All right, so what I've done is I used another little trick that Jeff showed me, a little trinket that he gave me, and it's just a stop, a wooden stop that I've drove in the ground, and it has like a sponge. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. It has like a sponge on top that holds bait, lure, whatever for a good period of time. So I'm going to squirt some of this dog catcher predator bait on top. Get a good bit of that on there. That's going to give it some scent. And I'm also going to put, if I can find it, Dunlap coyote urine back there. And I'm gonna leave it at that. think that'll be a good combo for this set. And I wanted to go with a bait, but with so many ants around here, I'm hoping that this liquid and gel combo does better with the ants. So that's got it smelling real good. So we're gonna move on to the next. All right, so this is gonna be my big flashy set. Maybe messing up, who knows. But I caught my first coyote on a step down set on a little embankment like this. So that's what I'm gonna try and do again. I'm gonna just make a mess digging in right here and try and just replicate that something had either buried something here or a coyote's already come trying to look at it. I'm gonna try and use a lot of scent on this. It may be too much, but who knows. The young coyotes, the ones born this year, are moving around real good on their own. So it may pique their curiosity, and we may get one of them to commit. So we are gonna dig it up real good. And like I said, we are on a incline here, so that's gonna act as a natural barrier. And we're gonna try and keep it a pointed shape. And we're gonna put our trap back here somewhere. But we're gonna make it to where he has to step down into this trench in order to see what's gonna be. I'm gonna put a hole in here and put my bait back there. And that coyote's gonna have to step down in here if he wants to get at it. And I'm hoping we're gonna pique his curiosity enough to where he fully commits. And I got a root right there. I don't know if that's gonna cause me problems or not. It's gone. Get that big old rock out of there. This is very sandy. I don't know how well that's gonna work out for my anchor. But we want this to be kind of messy because we're gonna want that coyote to step down here trying to get at the bait in the hole. So I'm gonna stop the video here and show y'all once I get it completely dug out what it looks like. All right, so I got my trap bedded. Now just gonna sift over it. Won't take much. Find my pan. There's the pan. You want the best spot for that coyote to step to be on your pan. So we can put something like that right there. Just a little clod of dirt, a rock, you know, put that in there. And that right there looks flashy. I'm telling y'all, that looks flashy. We're even gonna use some wool on this set so he can see that there's something in that hole. I'm gonna show y'all just about how deep I went. So about to right there. You gotta remember how long the snout is on these animals. So you do not want them to be able to stick their nose in the entrance and grab it and run off. You want them to fully commit, put their foot down there, put that nose down in there to get what's in there. So that's what we're gonna try and do. Now it's time for the bait, and we're gonna throw we're gonna put a gland lure in there. We are gonna put I'm gonna try and make this one have some smell to it. Oh man, let's see here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show y'all just a second once I decide. And I'm still trying to figure out what season, what baits and lures work best for what season. Because apparently, oh man, I mean, some baits in different times of the season, it can be too much, you know, and they'll shy away from it. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm going to be keeping a record of what I have at each set. And that way I'll be able to log and know what I used. So, all right, this is what I think we're going to do. We're going to use a gland lure, predator gland lure. We're going to use that Terminator again. It's not the one I had. But we're going to use Terminator again. And I think I'm going to throw peaches and cream down in there too. That's going to give it a different smell that they're not used to. And I think we'll be able to get something. I hope so. And then I'm gonna throw that on top of it. Gonna be a bunch going in this. Peaches and cream, if you've never seen it, that's what that looks like. Has a very sweet taste. Very sweet taste. Push that down in there. Very sweet taste. I haven't tasted it. Very sweet smell. I have not tasted it, sorry. See if we can shake this up. And this is what's got that beaver castor in it. I can smell that. Oh man, these gnats, mosquitoes are all over me. Put that in there. And I'm actually gonna rub our sheep's wool on that. All right. And guys, we have more ants popping up. So I'm not sure if that's gonna cause a problem or not. All right, so we got all three of them in the hole. We're gonna take our sheep's wool. It's gonna get some of that lure on there. And we are gonna stuff it in the hole. Let's see if I can get it where y'all can see it. So you can see that sheep's wool in there. We're gonna push it further in because I don't want them to be able to see too much standing out here or standing up here. To be able to see in that hole, they're gonna have to get down there and look. So there's the set, guys. Oh, I'm gonna put everything up. I'm gonna show y'all where it is in comparison to everything else. That's the last set that I just did my walkthrough. My bone set is right there. So that's 3. And then I got another set I'm gonna put on this corner right here. And I don't know, I may leave that one to be just the flashy one. That looks pretty good. I think it looks good. It may not catch nothing. But we're gonna see. But we're gonna move on to the next, and that's gonna be the last one. All right, so I've already got my set dug out. Very small. I don't want it to be flashy. I've decided I don't want it to be flashy. And we are gonna do something different on this one. I'm not sure what it's called. It does have a name. I'm just not sure. Can't remember exactly what it is. Show you in a second. Get my grass wadded back up here. So there's something that I've done with every set that some people would say is a big no-no. I've done it with every set. And if you may have already spotted it. If you think you know what it is, comment. You don't win anything except the pride of you were right. But when I get done, we'll go over. I'll let y'all know what it is, and we'll see if it comes back to bite me in the butt. I'm not sure if it will or not. So that's bedded pretty solid. We'll give it a shake. Making a mess of what we're doing. Didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to. And this is also where shears would come in handy. And I've been told to buy shears, and I keep forgetting. And with shears, I could just cut up this grass, because I mean, see, you can obviously see that in this area, it's grass. So if I had shears, I'd be able to trim this up real nice and blend it in. But here we are. There's my pan. Get rid of this. All right, so what are we gonna do different on this? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my driver. I'm gonna drive 3 holes in the ground. Shoot, I may do 4 holes and put 4 different baits in it. And they call that, there's a name for it, but I can't remember what it is. So I'm gonna drive 4 holes in the ground around my trap, and hopefully we'll have a little coyote coming along, and his curiosity will be piqued, and he won't know what's going on. He'll just know there's a bunch of smell over here, and he wants to check it out. Maybe we'll get us a couple of them. We'll see. But I'm gonna get the holes drove in the ground, and then I'll bring y'all back when I've decided what baits to put down the hole. All right, guys. Last one is in. Real quick, what did I do with every set that could possibly screw up every set? I did not change gloves. I used gloves, the same gloves for the bait and for bedding my traps. I've seen different opinions on it, strong opinions. A lot of the guys out west, they change their gloves. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people up north, trappers up north, change gloves too. They'll have setting gloves, and then they'll have bait gloves. And then some people, they'll even carry a mat to put on the ground to try and scent protection from leaving your scent. But from what some guys have told me is, especially down here in the south, coyotes are everywhere. I mean, coyotes are just everywhere. Urban neighborhoods, farming. I mean, just coyotes are used to our scent, pretty much. So I've had some people recently tell me that the scent don't matter that much. I don't know if they meant the coyote's gonna know you're there regardless. That may have been all that they meant. I'm curious if I should still change gloves whenever I'm doing the sets. Have trap gloves and then have bait gloves. So that's the thing. I could have just screwed up all of it, and the way that we're gonna know is if some scent got on the trap. That's the thing that you kind of want to watch out for, is scent, the bait scent, getting on the trap, because the critter will be digging up your trap instead of digging up the bait hole. So we'll see. I may have screwed up. We'll find out. So here's the last set, and I left the lures out, so we'll go over it. I did four holes. There's my bed. So on this one, Liquid Mouse by Dunlap. Dog Catcher by Dunlap. Got Hostile Predator Gland down that hole. And then something that I haven't used on any of the other sets, that is only on this one set, Gray Fox Urine down that hole. Coyotes and fox are very territorial, so I'm thinking it's going to pull something in. We may not catch anything, but I think it's going to do good. I'm going to go over all the sets, at least all the locations with you one last time. We're going to put our camera on that tree over there. It's a good ways off, but I'll still be able to see all the sets. All right, and remember, we're in this intersection. The only one that I wish that I would have put a set on is over here on this side, but that may be something I have to come back and do. I don't know. We're just gonna play this by ear, guys. We're gonna play it by ear. But let's see here. There's the first set. Got the dog bone right there. They're gonna yank up on it. It's on its own stake. It's not gonna give. They're gonna tussle with it and hopefully get caught. Right here we have a makeshift walkthrough set. We got a bank. You can't really tell, but it's just a little rise right here. Got this little tree right here. A little log or stick, dead stick. Put a little dirt hole in. And then there's the stob that Jeff also gave me. It's got some rubber or sponge material on it. He'll be sure to text me and tell me what it is that he put on there. And we just squirted some bait on that. Then we got our big flashy guy over here, and you can see it before we even get to it. Actually, I'm gonna come back here on the other side of this road, and there's a bunch of smell in this intersection now, guys. A bunch of smell. So even if a coyote is walking over here, you can see that dirt hole, that trench set over there. You can see that real good. And he's gonna be able to see that sheep's wool down in there. I'm hoping that's gonna intrigue him. It's just gonna be one spot to step to get in there. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does. And then I just showed y'all the final set right here. Don't know what that's called. There's a name for it. Don't know what it is. Can't remember. Jeff's told me, but I can't remember. And that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna put my camera up over here, and then we're gonna roll out. I may have enough time to get back to take my daughter to karate practice. We'll see. But this is a great location. We know that critters are coming through here. The test is going to be as if I did my job and made these sets intriguing to them. But I'm happy to be on this property, and we're going to do our best for the customer. So far, we have not come up empty-handed, fingers crossed, so far. So we're going to see what happens. But anyways, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Hopefully we'll have some trailer side of things, an update on that soon. Man, I hope it's soon, because that's getting drug out. There's no update on the house. The house is almost exactly the same as it was 5 weeks ago. It's terrible. Still got a hole in the roof. It's ridiculous. But anyway, we'll see y'all on the next one, and y'all be good. Guys, I have not left yet. I decided to go ahead and put in another set over here, because as I was walking around, I put my camera up, And as I was walking around, let's see if I can find the tracks now. Yeah, I found more tracks right there, and they're going to go right by my dog bone set. There's my camera over there. So I was walking around, and this was the one corner that I didn't put a trap in, but I just went ahead and put a set down, guys, right here in this curve. And what made me do it is because there's two droppings. There's a set there and then another set right there. I was nervous about doing this because this stuff is so hard, and I didn't know how it would bed, but it's in there. The pan is right here, and all I did on this was put fresh coyote and gray fox urine on those old droppings. That's all I did. All right, my phone cut off on me. So we're gonna leave it at that. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sets on this intersection right here. And we got a camera. I'll go ahead and show you the camera that we're using. I've had some issues with it, but we're trying to work through it. This is the Browning camera. Can't remember which model it is, but this is the Browning camera that Browning sent to me to test out. So we're testing it out. I did have images come in pretty fast, so that's a bonus. Moultrie, it takes forever to get a picture from Moultrie. So we'll see how that does. But we got 5 sets here guys. Got the bone set with tracks right here. Got that walkthrough set with tracks right there. Trench set right there. That's the one that has the 4 bait holes dug or punched in the ground. And then we just punched that one in. That set in right there. And we're just gonna call that a flat blind set, because we know they're hugging that curve. There's the creek. You can see the creek bank. We know they're hugging this curve because there's droppings right there. So we freshened it up, and we're gonna see what happens. And that right there, guys, that is gonna be the wrap. I ain't gonna bring y'all back again. So we've done a pretty good bit of work today. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm a bit nervous because there's already some ants coming into my sets. So I don't know how that's going to play into it. I tried not to use heavy meat-based baits. I have a mouse meat, actual meat blended bait I didn't use because I'm trying to avoid ants. Tried to use gland lures and urines and stuff, but I'm just seeing ants in some of my sets already, so I don't know how that's going to play into it. But anyways, guys, it's been a good afternoon. Been a lot going on. I'm tired mentally more than physically. Just been a bunch going on. So when this customer gave me the go ahead to put sets out here, I was happy to do it. I was excited to break away. I'm hoping that the trailer stuff will get situated and the house stuff will get situated. I got a couple of big properties that I might be trapping coming up. 2, 3 different properties I have to go look at. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. So we'll catch y'all on the next one, and y'all be good.